Hi, I'll be discussing about the concept of e-contracts. So, contracts regarding e-contracts, it is governed by Indian Contract Act and Information Technology Act. The Indian Contract Act provides for the term contract under Section 2, subclause H, which says that agreement which can be enforced by law. So, further, Section 10 of Indian Contract Act deals with the essentials of contract, which are the consideration should be lawful, the subject matter should be lawful, the parties should be of competent age, and they should be they shouldn't be unsound. That is, that the parties should be competent enough to enter into the contract. The contract must be enforceable by law, and there should be an offer and acceptance. There should be free consent between the parties, and the object has to be lawful. So these are essentials. Once all these essentials are complete, then a contract can be formed. Now, under Information Technology Act, Section 10 Clause A deals with it, which says that the formation, the communication, and the revocation has to be done by online means. Now, just a mere for by saying that the all three steps has to be done, just one basic thing which is done by email cannot be said that it is an electronic contract. Now, coming to how it can be entered, so it can be entered through an email, in which the communication can be done through an email, and all the consent, the subject matter, everything can be decided by the email or the consideration, or else they could be done by a website. For example, when we shop online, we fill a form, and then if suppose they ask us to click on I agree, so in that case, then the other is end user license agreement, which can be formed by similarly by saying that I accept or I accept the terms. Now, coming to the place of execution, now the parties usually mention where they would file the case in case of dispute. They usually mention this clause in their contract. If it is not mentioned, then we could look at the place of the business in which the parties have and then we could file the case over there. Usually it's mentioned. And now, coming to the Indian Evidence Act. So under Indian Evidence Act, Section 3 provides for the term evidence. Now it says that documents which is including of electronic records provided for inspection of the court can be termed as secondary evidence. That means that they acknowledge and they accept electronic records. Then further, Section 65B, an amendment was added in which electronic documents were recognized, and it said that any information contained in electronic records produced by a computer in print, stored or copied can be deemed as a document, and it is admissible as an evidence. Now, there are few exceptions in which which is provided under Information Technology Act. So the exceptions are power of attorney, trust deed, will, sale deed, and negotiable instruments. These are excluded from electronic transactions. Now let's look at few cases. So in the case of Society Products Nestle versus Escar Industries, the Delhi High Court, they introduced Section 65A and 65B, in which the admissibility of electronic evidence was mentioned, and the admissibility of computer generated in a applied way of eradicate the challenge of electronic evidence. Further, in Section 65A, the substance of electronic records can be confirmed by the parties with as per Section 65B of the Indian Contract Act. And in the case of State of Delhi versus Mohammad Alfaz, it was stated that electronic records are admissible as evidences. Now we can conclude by this is that if the essentials of section 10 of Indian Contract Acts are given, then we can say that the e-contract is also valid. Now further, that the trends of internet is and digitalization is continuously happening, so there are few more steps which need to be taken, and hopefully we will see those amendments in future regarding e-contracts. Thank you.